Okay, now here's the thing. I just unwrapped my whole hand because I'm going to have to rewrap it. You'll see in the other video of how it was wrapped when I unwrapped it, and there's another part in that video where the doctor wanted it wrapped in that way when I took off the first wrap that he didn't want to put on. And you'll see that in the first video how he ended it. You'll see a very short clip of me pulling my hand out and then putting the phone back, and you'll see how that's how he wanted it wrapped. And then I had him wrap it in the way that I needed it wrapped because when I sleep, my hand will shift and move around and move the gauze off. That's an open wound right there. And then way down here at the forearm, nothing's protecting the forearm from getting scuffed up by this. Dr. Ramos doesn't care. I can tell he was rushed. That doesn't make any kind of sense to me. He is not a professional doctor. This you see where it says you was seen? You saw Justin Ramos, DO. Now, I just got back from Safeway where I picked up my prescription. I got to go back and get it for my ibuprofen 800. I had to go buy this stuff. This is a bandage roll, which is this. This is going to protect my upper forearm from when I put the this brace type stuff back on, so that when I move my arm like this and sleep, it doesn't scuff my skin up. He didn't want to do that. He did not want to do that. Now I have to rewrap my arm in such a way that it will protect my hand. This is the medical doctors, or at least one of them, in Washington State. It's not easy, it's not hard, it takes time. And then I gotta call the medical people and let them know, hey, I am told to make an appointment with you guys. What can we do about this appointment? Then I gotta go through 101 questions that I honestly don't know the answer to. And then they talk to me as if I'm the problem. And I know I'm not the problem. I just can't answer their questions. And I'm being hostile and I'm letting them know, you have the information in front of you. You're asking me questions that I don't know the answer to. And you're asking me those questions in such a way that I don't know how to respond. How do you not understand that? And I'm being hostile. The funny thing about all this, I know if we were ever on the streets and we were talking to each other, they'd be a little more humble. But people act like warriors over the phone and try to push it off on you. This is what the medical field that I'm experiencing here in Washington. I'm not talking about all. Okay? I'm not talking about all. I'm just talking about these people. Now, this is what Ramos wanted me to call. They wanted me to call. We were placing a referral for you to see the hand surgeonist. We are placing a referral for you to see a hand surgery specialist, okay? You will need to call them to make an appointment at the Hand, Elbow, and Surgery Center at Harborview. Their number is 206-520-5000. Okay, now with that being said, I called them, they said there is no referral that has been made. So either Ramos lied or Harborview's lying. Harborview told me there is no referral. I am really, really stuck and at a loss here. What do I do to make this proper? You see what we have to deal with here in the medical field. This is the primary reason that as an African American, I'm only going to go to 2 doctors, male or female, African American or Native. I prefer a doctor that's mixed with both. At least then they would understand where I am coming from. But now I got it wrapped. This is how it should have been wrapped. That will protect my skin from the chafing of the cast that I have. Dr. Ramos didn't care. He just didn't care. And not only that, he wrapped it pretty firmly. It doesn't make any sense. Review the previous videos where I said there would be a part 2, and you'll see what my concern was. And you'll hear how he said he wasn't in a hurry, but he wanted it done in a certain way. And he wasn't willing to complete the wrap all the way up to protect the bandage. That is Justin Ramos, DO, at the Health Point White Center, which is 206-839-9900. Do not go there. If Ramos is like that, you cannot trust the other people that work in there. I will say there's a sister, an African-American sister that works there. She was very nice, very courteous. But everyone else, it just wasn't a good experience. And I do pretty good with people. I really do pretty good with people. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Big guy, young lady, young man. Let me see here. What else? I smile as much as I can because at 6'3", 210 pounds, 250, I'm 214 now. I'm bloated. I'm fat. I know that I'm an imposing figure. I also know that from an American's point of view, I'm a threat to society, which makes no sense to me, but this is what the European people want other people to believe, and I'm not. I have saved more lives than people out there have, as far as those that talk anything bad about me. I've saved more lives, and I know I have, and I can count on 3 hands the people that, actually 2 hands, of the people I have saved from death in very bad situations. But I don't announce that everywhere. But I'm a bad guy. But beyond all that, the medical people at this visit, Health Point White Center, 206-839-9900, Dr. Justin Ramos, DO, don't go there. Do not go there. Bad experience. He will rush through a very simple procedure. And he will lie to you. And then you will have to go back out, buy more stuff to wrap your hand properly so that it will not only be comfort, because that's their job. Part of their job is comfort. Makes no sense. But to make sure it's done in such a way that you will have no issues when you go to the next appointment. This is what Justin Ramos DO does. Don't go there. Okay? I'll deal with you guys later. Do not go there. Justin Ramos, Health Point White Setter. Don't go there. It's not a good place.